Hi, I'm Cathy from Absolutely Fabulous at Home, and today we're going to look at hanging something from your door. So, pardon the door, I had to borrow the bathroom door at the store. It's the only one I had that was plain. It starts with a wreath hanger, very simple. Has a little metal crook so that you can hang it over your door, as I did here. If you're worried about it scratching your door, you can glue a couple of those little felt pads in that are used to go on the bottom of furniture. And it has a little hook at the bottom so that you can hang whatever you need. Well, traditionally, we hang a wreath of some sort. But maybe you'd like to go away from tradition, but you still want that green. A swag is pretty. So a swag usually has the greenery you'd expect to see in a wreath. And most of the time, if you're buying something and it is an artificial green, you're going to have to fluff it. When we get these, they're packed flat in bags. So you're going to have to take it out. You're going to do a little bit of fluffing with the ribbon. And when I say fluffing, I mean pull it apart. It's got wire in it. So it's not meant to look flat. It's meant to have a little bit more of a three-dimensional look. So you're going to pull it out. You're going to straighten and fluff all of the little bits of greenery. Most of them are wired, so you can do that quite easily. It's when you do that that you're making it three-dimensional and it looks more realistic. Nature's not flat, nature's three-dimensional. So a swag is a lovely thing to hang on your door. Your traditional wreath. Now this one is gorgeous. It's meant to be seen. You can hang a wreath right on the hook, and if you're going to do that, you want to then arrange the greenery or whatever it is to hide the hook a little bit. And then depending on how you're hanging it, this one actually came with a little bit of a string, so maybe I'm hanging it up higher, or maybe this one's going to not be on the door but on the wall. You can remove this if you don't need it, but you're going to do the same thing. You're going to hang it and then you're going to fluff it out, which we've already done with this. That is a very ornate Christmas wreath. Sometimes we want something that's a little bit simpler. There's nothing wrong with just having something that can be dressed up for Christmas. I could add a bow to this. I could tuck a few picks in there and add some red berries or white or whatever color. Maybe I want to add a little bit of gold and yellow to match my house, or something that matches my door or my decor. That's how you can personalize it. You can do it with ribbon, you can do it with picks. And because the basis of most wreaths is a grapevine with little bits of wire all around it, it's fairly easy for me to pull this down and tuck something in to get a personalized wreath. This is one of my favorites. Again, it's the faux cedar that we saw in our candle video, but they have done it now with faux pine cones. And again, you might have to fluff them a little bit. But what's nice about something that's artificial, there's two things. Number one, you never have to worry about all the needles dropping. It's not going to dry out. You can put it up in November and leave it until the end of the winter if you want. It's not going to dry out. The other thing is, I can put this away and bring it out year after year after year. And that's another thing. Sometimes we don't want to spend the money all the time on something that we're not going to be able to keep for another year. So while it might seem like a bit of an investment to buy an artificial wreath, if I can use this wreath for the next 10 years, it really didn't cost me very much. I can dress it up again because it is on a wire. Now this one doesn't have the same kind of grapevine, but it has enough movement here that I can pull these apart a little bit and tuck some picks in if I wanted to give it some color. Or I could just tie a bow on it, make it very Christmassy, take the bow off and leave it as a winter wreath. Not everything's a wreath. Maybe I'd rather have a little sign on my door. The signs are meant to be hung on a wall, so they always have the little picture holes. So your screw head goes in and comes up here. If you want to hang it, you can do what we've done here and tie a ribbon of some sort through the holes give it some tension. Tighten it as much as you can. And now I can hang it on my holder this way, but if I wanted to secure it, I could hang it down a little bit. And probably what I would do if I were doing something like this is I would tie a bow up here so that I hid that hook a little bit. But I can make a door hanger out of a sign by just adding something across the back. Or maybe I want to keep it really simple. Just merry and bright. Just a little wooden disc that hangs on the door that says, hey, I celebrate Christmas, but I don't want a whole lot of hoopla. That's lovely. So whatever you're doing to decorate your front door, make it pretty. And if you can't decorate the door, maybe you can hang something beside it. And again, it has the 2 holes so I can hang it. Or maybe I can just put it to the side and it just tells everybody how I feel about Christmas and that I am celebrating Christmas.